we are looking into that for sure. I was down there today, actually. Mr. Black showed me where we can cut out a portion of the lockers and maybe put some cubbies for the kids to put their equipment.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, or whatever it might be.
When I looked at, was been in contact with Mr. Black, obviously, basically on a daily basis. That group of lockers right outside, what I was thinking is they're 2-bys, so I think it's like an 8-inch locker wide, approximately. But the actual space is more than double that for 2. I don't know if we can make it a project for like the metal shop or something, to knock those, just for cost efficiency, instead of buying brand new stuff, which probably doesn't need to be done, if they could knock out 2 doors at a time, and then fab a new door in there.
We can definitely look into that as well.
It'd probably be something that we can look at, and that would take care of everything being inside the locker room and maybe some, or inside the wrestling room and maybe some storage, excuse me, outside. The whole key is, in a wrestling room, is trying to keep the outside environment outside. Just to cut down on the issues that I spoke about, which are, they start as easy as ringworm, which is just a fungus, but they quickly escalate to impetigo, staph infection, which is deadly, and MRSA, which is deadly. And it's not terribly uncommon.
I'm gonna go along with Coach here, 'cause I remember in 2012, my son still wrestled, and there was a massive outbreak of herpes and impetigo. To the point where at every tournament, there were doctors checking the kids who were wrestling. And I remember a group of his parents went up there and scrubbed that locker room every week. I mean, scrubbed it. So for a point, he had to pull the mats back because there's room for everything to get in there. So coaches, that would be correct.
Absolutely, and again, we have had it cleaned professionally. Bob and Joe have been talking about procedures, daily procedures, before and or after practice, as well as getting some more information on what it would cost to do some sort of.
And as it stands right now, Mr. Barrett, those mats get cleaned anywhere from 2 to 4 times a day,
Right.
just by the wrestling staff. That depends on who's in there. They get cleaned before and after practice. Redoing the wrestling room will cut down. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about. So the room isn't like perfectly rectangle. I don't even know if it's square, but there's along the sides are outgoings about so big. So if that mat is professionally done and laid down by a company like Reslate or any of the other mat companies that come in, that'll be directly on the floor to where you can actually tape off the seam of the mat and the wall all the way down and around the room to where literally nothing can get down there.
Exactly.
Which will make it safer, right, as we speak. And I appreciate everything the school district has done up to this point with approving the professional cleaning and stuff like that. My point is, it's a program that's been here almost 50 years. The wrestling room's been here almost 30 years, and there's literally been nothing done other than a cleaning or something. I just think if it can get professionally done once, it'll last another 20 to 30 years if it's well maintained, which is, as long as I'm here, it will be. It's just going to take some upfront, and I really don't think, I didn't look into a lot of it. But if you do a total rehaul of the whole room that includes ventilation, I couldn't see it being much more than like $40,000 to $50,000 for a total rehaul that will last another 20 to 30 years. So in the grand scheme of things, it'll be relatively inexpensive.
What do you say you think, 40 to 50? About?
Just a ballpark figure, and that's putting some kind of a ventilation system in.
Other wrestling rooms have ventilation systems.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's strictly, the environment that a wrestling room is,
Makes sense.
it's a little higher heat, high humidity, and it's just to keep kids, just keep their blood flowing and sweating. So it's a breeding ground for almost everything. Unfortunately, it's like a petri dish for all the things that I've mentioned. Now that being said, there's technologies coming out kind of as we speak with cleaning products and stuff. Like the traditional cleaning products we have, we can put it on the mat and 45 minutes later they're relatively useless. But that's like any cleaning product. Gentleman by the name of Gene Mills was an Olympic wrestler. He's in the process of buying and redeveloping a product that once you put it on anything, he's going to try to do it with operating rooms and stuff. It will keep a product clean for up to 24 to 48 hours. Now I don't know what that product's going to cost. So they're going in the right direction. But it's getting the problem, and I guess it's a problem if I'm here. And like I said, I appreciate everything that the school board has done to support the program. It just, in my opinion, it needs to be redone. And when it's redone and maintained, it'll last.
Again, I personally agree with you because having wrestled before myself, I know what the conditions are like and I know what that room is down there. It's just a matter of looking at what it is we can afford at this point, and then looking at how, to what extent we can do that room. Okay, and obviously that goes through the board, but Mr. Black will be in communication with you as well along the process.
I appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen.
Just one more thing. So back, I'm very good, thank you. Good to see you all again. Back in October, mid-October, Mr. Gogorski and I were working on the ski club, downhill ski club. We're getting into the winter season here, and I was wondering if there's going to be anything on the agenda making that go forward.
Well, currently we have, it's not a formalized club as in something that,
Correct. Not to stop, just to stop you right there, but we've discussed this at length on the phone several times about making it a more formal club. Now that may require an MOU or something like this going forward, like the indoor track. But so we won't have anything on this coming agenda for that?
no, not on this agenda. But Mr. Gregorski, Mr. McDonough is currently operating a club that we're.
In collaboration with the South Canaan Ski Club, and again, more informally, I mean, because of the amount of members required and, timing, and so, I mean, we talked about trying to get a group of students interested and, maybe potentially a monthly offering transportation if the weather was conducive and things like that. Mr. McDonough, I know we put up in the broadcast for more than a week and made several announcements and tried to gather some student interest. And unfortunately, there was not a lot of student interest, but I asked him to keep plugging away and, as the season kept rolling, to try and, gather more student interest with both him and I think Mr. Hora has assisted and helped in the past.
The broadcast in the morning? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just an idea, Roger, maybe the other districts, like maybe Western, Walpole, Becker, Wayne Highlands. I know when I went to my house, we had a ski club, and sometimes we intertwine between the districts, so just a thought.
Well, again, that would be something beyond my
No, but I'm just saying,
ability.
say everybody, I'm just talking to this, to everybody, and then possibly, if there's enough kids then, one time Western Wayne takes care of the transportation, you go somewhere. Next time Wayne Highlands, I mean, out of that, just thought.
That's great, as long as we can make something go here, because winter's burning here, and there are some people who are interested in this, even if they're remaining silent, which is kind of odd.
We'll continue to speak with Mr. McDonough and look at an option like that, maybe with other districts that we can collaborate with, and see where we can go from there. But at this point, there's nothing that we would have to formally develop a club.
Okay, thank you.
Is everybody else done?
Okay? Johnson?
I just had a question. Has the report from Mr. Adams become available? I know that you said he was working on it. Is it available yet? Mr. Adams?
He did submit his report. Again, that would have to go through the right to know process.
Mhm. Right, but it is there. Okay, great. As you're talking about,
Yes, it's for, well, to Wednesday. After that date.
After
After Wednesday's board meeting, it'll become
After
part of-
Wednesday's
That's when it'll be
board.
presented to the
Okay,
board.
so after
Then
next week.
then it becomes part of the minutes.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sure.
With everything going on up at the athletic complex, do we have any grants that have been applied for to help pay? Like Waymart was able to get a grant for their bleachers, for their athletic area up there. Jane Varco was able to get a grant. Have we applied for any grants for?
Yes, we're still currently working on a RAC fee grant, RACP, which is a very tedious and lengthy process, and we've been working, Ms. Emmett, myself, and Mr. Adams have been submitting documentation to the state. It's been reviewed. We have had binders like this
Sure.
of documentation that we've had to provide. We're seeking $250,000 of reimbursement, but we, at this point, are still in the middle of that process, so,
And that's for the athletic complex?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
We-
Well, originally, yes,
Yeah, it's from the original.
from the original project.
Mhm.
However, we have to change the scope of the project to
Uh-huh.
another project that we did here, which was some of the paving project that we did a couple of years ago. So we had to go back, and now we're resubmitting all this documentation to try to secure those funds.
Okay.
We've also had discussions with Musco, which is the company that will do the lighting retrofit, or not the retrofit, the new lighting. We've had discussions with them about some PPNL grants, because we would be going from the halights to
Okay.
the LED, so we do feel that there may be some grant money or rebates that we can get through that
Okay.
process too. So we've
Great.
had discussions on that, to try to get something there too.
And I had a request from one of our residents, the number of additional seats that you were asking for, 500 additional seats.
Yeah.
So what do you think right now is your overflow for the people that are at the games? You think there are 500 people that need seats when they attend, or?
Yeah, sometimes there's significantly more than that, I would say. There have been several games this year. We've had people standing along the fence lining the stadium on the other side of the complex as well.
Mhm. Okay, so you think there are 500 extra
At
people?
times, yes. Every
at the-
game, I can't say for sure, but yes, there are
And-
definitely times like that.
And my understanding that the committee now feels that everything that you talked about is for sure going to be part of the athletic complex renovations.
No, again, the storage facility that we were looking into, that
Mhm.
Mr. Burnaby will have the information for us, but we're not certain that that will be part of this, and if it is, to what extent.
Okay, so we're not yet at a point where you're planning on doing a vote?
Well, I believe the synthetic turf, the track, the bleachers, and the lighting system at this point
Uh-huh,
are definite.
those are definite, so they're a vote for,
Because you said the field house is still.
Fieldhouse is projected, right, yeah, so we're looking to still finalize, so that would kind of be a separate, secondary portion of this project. But
Okay.
the-
all right.
what we want to have done by the end of this summer for sure are those items that I just
Okay.
mentioned.
So then your plan to vote on these items is when?
It's already voted on,
Right, not to exceed the $1.8 billion. That
Okay.
was-
But I mean, the cost of the project that you're proposing is now finalized for the bleachers is finalized, for the turf is finalized, for the
Well,
track?
these are all estimates that have been provided by the companies that would be doing
Right,
this.
so they're all finalized now?
They're estimates.
Estimates, right, but the last time we asked, you said it wasn't ready for public to view the cost that you're talking about, so now is it ready for the public to see the
The
cost you're
estimate
talking about?
costs, yeah.
Okay, so when will we be seeing that cost? Because you have the numbers there in front of you, but we still can't see them. When will we be able to see the numbers?
How does the board want to go about that, you know?
No, we want the numbers before you vote on what you're gonna,
I would just ask if we could wait till the two additional projects, the additional field house and the storage, until we get that price come back, and then we can make those estimates still public.
That's all.
Right.
because we still have not seen the numbers.
So
So,
we basically just saw the numbers tonight for the first
Right.
time, okay?
Right.
So
So
once
that's
they
why I'm
get done,
asking.
and all those numbers get done, then I think it's fair enough that everybody sees it.
Right,
Don't you?
prior to the vote, not at the time of the vote.
well, there's not going to
There's
be
no
another
more
vote as a result. We were, the board voted not to exceed the 1.8 million limit, and then we worked within those parameters.
But we would like to see what numbers you're working with.
That's fine, but we have to finalize it first, and we won't know for sure until the project is over, definitely what the
Right, so
final
we,
cost would be.
right, so we would like to see the numbers that you're working with.
I understand that,
Right.
I got that,
So when can we see them?
when it's finalized. I can't give you a definite date.
So you're not
answer.
gonna provide the numbers at this point?
No, we said we would, but I'm not going to give you a final answer at the moment because I
Well,
can't.
they're just estimates, I know. But can you give us the part that you have, that you know for sure? Like the bleachers, if you know for sure the estimate that they're giving you, can you provide the estimate for the bleachers?
$634,985.
Wonderful, thank you. Thank you. And for the
That's
turf?
synthetic turf, that was the turf. 515,000 for the lighting, 226 for the visitor bleacher, and to remove the turf, it's 189.
Very good, thank you very much.
Everything else is still subject to change, as are those numbers that I just provided.
Those are estimates.
That last one was the track service. Yes. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
just yeah, it's just
Remove and
clarifying.
replace, correct.
The 180.
189 is correct.
189 is tracked. Okay. And with all of that done, would there still be the opportunity to address the concerns from the wrestling
That's what we have to
facility?
determine, yes.
Okay, because if I understood correctly, you don't have all the numbers yet. So is there a possibility if you're utilizing all of those funds, you'd have to ask for extra funds?
We don't know that. Maybe we can incorporate it if it's possible, I don't know. I don't know, but that has yet to be determined.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Good night, all.
Hey, guys, thank you for your time again.
Okay, on to the agenda.
Right back.
Sure, that's water. Just water. Okay. The real Rick comes out.
Close to each other. All right. So we have our approval of minutes, treasurer's reports, bills, county taxes, we do have School Board Recognition Month next week, as well as our student recognition. Mr. G, we have 2, all right? And we may also have some others that are school police officers want to recognize for good deeds done. Within schools.
Good thing.
A recognition of public, and then our enrollment report will be updated and ready for you. Number 12, this is the audit that Brad just went through with everybody. So the audit is there for approval on number 12. Number 13 is our fund balance designation. If you look there, you have your committed, assigned, and unassigned values.
And I'll have a little packet in the agenda as it goes out with details on each of those committed, assigned.
And those numbers are also in the audit.
They're in the audit, yeah.
Rose, maybe this will be in that packet, but with the assigned portion, part of that is for pension and healthcare increases.
Yes.
How far out does that look when we're
I
talking
usually
about
do
assigned?
healthcare like 3 years out,
Okay.
and pension 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And how long is the contract for?
Our current teacher contract,
Mhm.
the new one that was just approved is a 5-year,
Okay.
which starts with the 2021 school year.
Okay.
So up to 2025, or.
Half of the remaining of the contract.
Yep.
Yeah. And some of that you'll be able to see through the report when I include it with the agenda packet.
And we also have some other contracts that will be up as well. Number 14, we have a contract extension.
I don't know anything about that, and I just was curious, can we discuss what it's for? It's for a student, obviously.
Yes, student, that's for an alternative education program.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit more about that in the executive session, but basically,
Extensions of that.
this one was for a contract, we've already had a contract, but we're giving them additional. So, yes. Number 15, we have some new drivers. There's 3 drivers there for transportation. We have 16, a change to the overnight field trip for the National Honor Society. They had to change they had to change the dates due to a conflict, I believe. Number 17 is a living machine service agreement. This is at the Evergreen School. Joe, do you want to just give us a little synopsis of that, what that entails?
Yeah, the Living Machine is a state-of-the-art wastewater treatment plant at Evergreen. We reuse about half of the water that's wasted there. And it's a one-of-a-kind system